Good morning, everybody. My name is Joel Goldstein with Publicly Related. If you can't tell, what we are is a public relations agency, but we put a different spin on it. And the way that we got started was Bree was in public relations and I was in internet marketing. When I came out of my internet marketing kind of startup, when I exited, you could say, I was really searching what I wanted to do with my life, what I wanted to really become. And I loved the idea of authorship and to be a thought leader, to really spend my time doing research, figuring out what works, and then contributing that to the greater community. So what I decided to do was write a book. And I was giving a lot of talks at the time about social media. Now, everybody in here is on social media? Can I get a show of hands? All right, everybody's on social media. So I wrote a book for the people that weren't. And at the time, those were the 40 and up professionals that really didn't understand it, so they were hesitant to jump on board. So I wrote a professional's guide to social media. And what I learned after writing the book was that I couldn't find somebody that I could hire to do my PR, to get me in the media, to get me speaking engagements, because I was too busy for that, and somebody that could help me write my next book and publish it and edit it, kind of handhold me through the process. And as I was speaking to a couple other professionals that were in the same realm, I realized that this is a good opportunity. So Bree and I started Publicly Related, and our first product that we solved the problem for is independent experts. There is no system for independent experts to really brand themselves. And that's what we solved with Expert in the Boardroom. Expert in the Boardroom is a complete PR solution for the independent expert that is looking to build a brand around themselves. We put 3 platforms together. The first platform is PR. Now, we built it on the concept of know, like, and trust. Has everybody heard of that? Yeah? Know, like, trust, the 3 pillars. Very important. Know is public relations. They need to know who you are, they need to know what you do, they need to know what you bring to the table. So what we've done is we have a dedicated publicist that makes pitches every single week. We do a media kit for them. We do scaling as far as we start off local, with local interviews, with local reporters, people that are really interested in the company and what they can develop, and then we scale them to a national stage when they're ready. Because we found that a lot of people, they need to hone their message first. And that's what we really work with them to do, is to hone their message. We also put them with a stylist and a coach. So they know what to wear when they're on TV, they know what not to wear, they know how to sit, they know how to present. It's 100% transparent, they see everything we do, and we hold their hand through the process. The next step is like. Now, speaking is hard. It's hard to get up in front of a group and really put yourself out there, get your message heard. So what we do is we hold their hand through the process again. Our stylist and coach, they tell them what to wear. We have a speaking trainer that actually walks with them throughout the process of building a speech that they can take out at any time with a moment's notice and give to a new group. They can hone and give to a new group. It's very important because a lot of times the speaking engagements you get are usually last minute. We start with local groups. Again, we start small. We start with groups of 10 and 20 individuals and local business groups and local networking groups, and then we scale them up to associations and national accounts. We also put together their keynote speeches for them. We help them put together their big speech, the one that really inspires and brings out the best in what they have to offer. And we put together a marketing system because we know that it's not just what you say in your speech, but you have to get the people there to the speech that are going to buy from you. You have to get your clients to that speech, so you have to get that interest. So we put together a marketing system to get them there, and then an ongoing marketing system after to get your message to resonate. The last component is authorship and publishing. Now, has anybody in here written a book, been published? Fantastic. 4 out of about 30 individuals. Now that tells you something. It tells you that not a lot of people are published authors. Now, I feel personally that it's an incredibly important cog if you're going to brand yourself as an expert to be a published author. whether that be self-publishing, getting published by a big publishing house that'll take all your money, or to find a way to do it through a joint publishing venture where you publish with other authors. Now for us, we ghostwrite most of the book. Now we ghostwrite 10 out of 12 chapters. Now what that means is we don't do all the research and put everything together because we're not the experts. We interview our experts. They put together their introduction, their conclusion. We use our interview skills to bring out the content within them for the other 10 chapters. All right? We format it to Kindle. We put it on the largest bookstore in the world, Amazon, and we promote it. And 7 out of the last 8 books that we've published have hit #1 under their category for that book. So it's a very reliable and very tested program. Now, the best part is 100% of the royalties are paid. We don't take a dime from them when they get a keynote engagement. We don't take a dime from them when they get royalty from the book. What we get is we get paid. Now, we're of the mindset that we don't want to hire people. I don't know, anybody that's small business owners in here? I don't want to be a W-2 holder. I don't want to have employees. We have 2 and that's enough. So what we did was we said we're not hiring salespeople. We're going to do an affiliate offer. We're going to do a referral program. That referral program is right here. It costs $1,500 a month for our program. The person who brings us the client and walks them through the year gets $500 a month for that program. And that's how we're bringing on our sales force. That's my program. I'd be happy to take it. Any questions? Yes?
When you're talking about authoring, there's obviously self-publishing and going for a publishing house. If the main purpose behind writing a book is to gain credibility, do you gain the same amount of credibility from being self-published as you would from being backed by a big publisher?
That's a fantastic question, and we actually have a lot of experience with that because 2 of our authors were published by main publishing houses. And what the main publishing house does is they edit and they review your book. They get it printed, right? But then you have to buy a certain amount of copies for yourself. And they don't offer you any help as far as marketing and PR. And the placement that they offer you is to get reviewed by some top critical reviewers, and then they send that review to the people who still have Barnes & Nobles, or I don't think Word is in business anymore, but the Barnes & Nobles that are still buying. So there is no advantage between self-publishing and going to a publishing house besides you have an editor. So if you can outsource that, and you don't have the minimums when you do the self-publishing. I mean, for the minimums that we've heard from our clients have been $5,000 and $10,000. And that's a lot of money when you're talking about at $4 or $5 a book. Yeah. So, yes?
Is this scalable? Can you go to places other than Orlando?
Fantastic question. We have, we actually built a system on the back end of this that automates a lot of it, but also gives a great benefit to our experts. So on the back end, we have full system reporting. And when I said 100% transparency, I meant it. Every single pitch that we send out is 100% transparent. The client sees exactly what we sent to the reporter, to the newsroom. They see exactly who we spoke to. They see the phone number. They see the email. Every piece of information that we could get from that source, we display to the client. They see that in real time. Now also, they see all of our schedules. They see the 2-day after follow-up. They see the week after follow-up. And they see the confirmation that we made that follow-up call. And they get 100% access to their information as far as the media kit, their marketing kit. All of that content is completely available to them 24 hours a day. So the scalable aspect of this is that to bring people on, we don't need to be there with them physically. We can handle them remotely. And to that point, we've actually been expanding out to Nashville, DC, and we're speaking to somebody in New York right now.
Do you target particular areas of expertise, or?
When we started this program, we did a test launch and we brought on 5 experts, and those experts did not conflict. However, as we move forward, we dropped that no conflict policy, and we do take on people in the same demographic. Because, I mean, in reality, there are several financial planners that are going after the same news lead. So,
But you don't specialize by a certain industry type or anything like that?
no, we have turned people away before that haven't fit the program. However, the program is designed for people that want to build a brand with themselves and can get a good return on their investment, because that really matters as far as how we perceive our brand, because we want to give them a great value for what they do. And from the people that have joined us, being in front of a group of 200, 300 potential clients has already netted them a positive return on their investment for the year. It's only been 6 months or something.
How do you deal with referrals when you turn potential clients away? It's really interesting.
It is, but it's also understood by the people who we bring on. It's not a complete referral system as it's usually referred to. It's more of a partnership system. And the people who we bring on as partners, they understand that we're here to do a good job for our clients, and we're not going to take somebody on that we don't believe that we can do a good job for. Like Jack Hanna would not be a great person for us because he's an expert. He's branding himself, right? But he's not going to receive a positive return on his investment when he goes through this kind of a system. So it's very specific as to who we feel that we can do a good job for. And if they push for it, then they push for it.
The publishing you do, is it purely electronic, or do you do a physical copy?
It's purely electronic. However, we can put it into the CreateSpace model, which is the other side of Amazon, and they do the print on demand. Yeah, and that's self-publishing as far as physical.
What's your barrier to accelerated growth? I mean, if you could pick...
We are our barrier to accelerated growth. We don't want to scale very quickly. We want to give our clients the best service and product possible, so we're learning along the way, just like everybody. And we've added several products to our program since we started, because we realized along the way that that's what they needed. We didn't have a stylist when we first started, but when somebody went on TV and their colors really clashed with their face and they showed up stark white and it wasn't a Twilight show, then we realized that we had to put them with somebody that could tell them and instruct them on that.
What are you asking for? What do you want to do?
We would love to meet experts that are looking to build a brand within themselves, and we're also looking to meet people that are in the same field that would be great referral partners for us. So if you're a branding company, a marketing agency, other PR agencies are very good because we're extremely niche. That would be a great connection for us.
Any
Thank
other
you so
questions?